bet when I say hummingbird, you're picturing a small, colorful bird with a long bill that hovers and flies around quickly. And that's pretty much what all hummingbirds look like. But there's more to them than that. Let's talk about what makes a hummingbird and what makes them unique among all the birds of the world. There are over 360 species of hummingbirds in the world, and all of them live in the Western Hemisphere. That means if you see a small shiny bird drinking from flowers in Africa or Australia or Eurasia, it's definitely not a hummingbird. There are other birds that might look a little bit like a hummingbird, but these are other types of birds, like honey eaters or sunbirds. Many of these birds also eat nectar, so you might really be fooled. But even though they have similar lifestyles, they are not hummingbirds. Here in the eastern United States and Canada, there's just one species, the ruby-throated hummingbird. The male and female do look different from one another, but that's the only variation we get here. In the western United States and Canada, and down into Texas and Arizona, it gets a bit more interesting, with a dozen species. But still, the vast majority of species are in Central and South America. The diversity of hummingbirds there is spectacular, with some places being home to dozens of different species. But no matter the species, they all have a few things in common. All hummingbirds get most of their calories from sugar, specifically from the nectar of flowers. We'll talk more about other parts of their diet later in the course, but every species of hummingbird makes its living by eating nectar. Because hummingbirds are so dependent on nectar, and nectar supplies take time to replenish, many hummingbirds are quite territorial. If you've ever watched hummingbirds at a feeder, I'll bet you've noticed that they can be pretty aggressive towards one another. Although they're small, hummingbirds can be quite fierce. To defend and reach their food, hummingbirds have some pretty amazing flight maneuvers. They usually hover as they feed, beating their wings around 50 times per second to stay aloft. Powering this fast flapping is an incredible circulatory system with a heart that beats 1,200 times a minute, 20 times faster than our own hearts. To save energy, they spend their nights in torpor, a hibernation-like state where the hummingbird's whole metabolism slows down. They also spend a large portion of their day perching. Even though we typically think of them zipping around in flight, most of their time is spent resting. One thing you're very unlikely to see a hummingbird doing is any walking. Their leg anatomy is pretty much specialized for perching only. Their legs are tiny. Does that make you think of any other type of bird? If you said swifts, you got it. Hummingbirds' closest living relatives are the swifts. Together, hummingbirds and swifts are in the group Apodiformes, meaning footless. They're not quite footless, but there sure is much there, and what is there isn't meant for walking. I can even see some resemblance in their overall body shape, long and tubular. And finally, we couldn't talk about hummingbirds without talking about the intensely brilliant jewel-like colors that make hummingbirds especially attractive to us. Depending on the species, their feathers can appear bright red, pink, orange, blue, purple, or even a rainbow of colors. The color you see is iridescent, changing with the angle that you view the hummer, and the colors can even flash on and off when the hummingbird turns. Flashy, feisty, and fast, hummingbirds are phenomenally fascinating. Let's continue learning more about these dazzling birds.